Got original 1965, 66. They put these in a lot of trucks and Broncos. So you're going from 61 on up. We've cleaned the body on this one and brand new chrome on the front. Redone the background. Original knobs, toner control. And we've done a full Aurora Design conversion in worldwide stations. This one is going across a few big ponds. It's going for a long ways. Matter of fact, I can't hardly pronounce where it's going. Anyhow, we've done a full Aurora Design conversion. It has AM, FM stereo, auxiliary in, 4 channels out, 45 watts a channel. It's got a pre-out on it if you want to add a sub. It has it will scan your stations, has voice ID. This is your port for your auxiliary in and USB. It has USB. You'll get a thumb drive with the video on it and some music. This will also charge your phone, your devices. Push button operated, comes with it. It has Bluetooth, hand-free phone calls. Does not have a built-in mic because it's actually a 2-piece radio. You put this in, then you put the face on it first. So when you get it, the needle on the dial will be at the lowest end, around 5. That means the tuner is tuned to 5. That's the way you slip it together. You do not take the pin out of this side over here, the rod. You just slide it in and push it on in and put screws in. It'll be timed in if you do it that way. Right now you're on FM.
Crazy. I'm not even a golf.
If you want to go to AM radio, just turn it off and right back on. Takes you to AM.
Is the Shrek cool night.
650 in Nashville.
Our buddy, our brother.
Off and right back on. Takes you right back to FM.
I just kind of had like.
Now you have your original toner control, treble and bass.
That are terrible.
Yeah, he carries that around.
And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to show you how it will scan your stations. If you're going down the road, this thing don't have push buttons, so if you're driving, you don't want to, I don't know what they do over there. They might give you a ticket or do something to you, but you can put this radio in scan, and it will scan for stations with you without the needle moving. When you find one, I'll show you how to lock on it, and it's pretty cool. It'll do it on AM and FM. All you do is take the tuner knob and turn it up twice.
What he's done, I can't just sit back.
Scanning for stations. How he's viewed.
Now it's going to start scanning for stations without the needle moving.
And everything else. I just ignore right there in your home and in your church.
Thank you for taking time, and Dr. Sloan, I know we'll be watching.
We're going to let it run a few stations. I'm going to show you how to lock on it. If you want to end the scan, all you do is turn the needle back.
Wow.
If you want to lock on that station, you turn it forward.
You said something earlier that I really resonated with, and that's this idea of praying out loud.
Say we like that song there, we like that station, all you do is take the 2 knobs, turn it once.
Station hold.
She'll lock on it for you. Now if you, over here, we have a station identification. I'm sure you do over there. If you'd like to know where you're at, on AM or FM, just take the tuning knob and turn it up 3 times. It's called voice ID.
92.1.
So it will do that on AM, FM to tell you where you're at, so you don't have to change the look of it. That's pretty cool. Let's go back down here. Now I'm going to show you how to go into the fader and balance. It's all built in your toner. Depends on how many speakers you hook to it. If you hook 2 to it, you'll have a balance. If you hook 3 or more, you'll have fader and balance. That's built in your toner. This radio does not require 12-volt consistence, no memory to worry about, no batteries to change, but it already knows when you turn it on how many speakers it's running. It runs a diagnostics on itself and the speakers. And if she finds anything, she'll come on there and tell you. Short to right front speaker. It's pretty neat. Anyhow, we're going to go into fader by taking the toner control and moving it clockwise like a 12-to-2 motion. And she's going to help us out, and then we're going to be able to fade. After she says fader adjust, as long as you're moving that toner control, you can fade from front to rear.
Fader adjust.
There's the rears. There's the fronts. We're going to balance it out. We're going to let her set it.
Fader set.
Now we're going to go into balance by going counterclockwise, like a 12 to 10 motion. 1, 2.
Balance adjust.
There's your right side, left side. As long as you're moving this, it will stay in there. When you find what you like, just stop. She'll set it for you.
Balance set.
All right, now we got our speaker set up. We're back on toner. Auxiliary in, you'll get a cord that comes with it, like this little male to male, and all you do is just plug it in here and put any device you want on it. We're going to put a little MP3 player on it, and the radio will automatically switch over.
Here comes aim!
Now we're on auxiliary in device, and you won't go back to radio, just turn that device off. And if you don't touch the radio in 20 seconds, it'll go back to where we had it set. And we're going to let it do that. But if you want to shorten that, just turn it off and back on like you're cycling from AM to FM. It remembers where you're at. You just cancel the 20 seconds is all you're doing. It's fixing to switch back over. We're going to let it do it automatic. There it goes. Now we're gonna run our Bluetooth in. That's where we're gonna use this push button. The push button works like I'm fixing to show you, and the control knobs work with the push button, so you can do it here or there. We're gonna bring our phone up, make sure we're on Bluetooth. We're gonna do the initial pair up. We're gonna let her help us.
Bluetooth ready to pair.
Showed up on her phone. All we gotta do is tap on it. She'll tell us when it's done.
Pairing completed. Bluetooth connected.
Alright, now we're connected up. We're going to do a voice command. It would help, since I didn't put a built-in mic in it, if we put a mic on it. Let me grab one. Well, I forgot about that part. Here's your mic that you get. Plenty of cable on it.
And the Healers.
Now all we gotta do is plug it in.
That's from the Lo-Fi Dreams album. The band and Bruce, Atlantic City from Jericho, Mastersons, who will have new music in the new year. Birds from the South.
Now we got us a mic.
And Calexico and Iron Wine.
Now we're going to do a voice command. We're going to hold this button down again, bring our phone up.
The tune we heard. It's time now for Anna Lee.
Play music. It's going to music on my phone. Let's bring it up so we can see it. If you want to change your songs, you can advance by pushing it once, twice to back up or repeat, or you can take the tuning knob, turn it up, back, up. Now we press this button down to summons our phone up. You can make it call, tell it what you want to do. Call home, look up an address, see all kind of stuff by holding this down. You can also do it with the volume knob. We're going to take the volume knob and turn it up twice and bring our phone up, and let's go back to radio. Stop music. Put it in pause, right back to radio.
Heineken, concerto in G major.
That's how your Bluetooth works. A phone call comes in. You notice this is lit up. Whenever you log on, it'll light up, or a thumb drive. Phone call comes in. All you got to do is press this button once to answer your call and talk, or turn your tuner up once. To end the call, you don't want to talk to them, turn it down once, press this twice. If you're talking, just let the phone hang up. When they're done, it'll go back to doing whatever you had it doing. Alright. Got that done. Now we're going to do the USB. You'll get a thumb drive with this video on it so you can actually see what I do. And it'll also have some files on it with music. When you plug it in, it's going to go straight to it. You can hide this because you can operate from here and here. You don't have to take it out unless you want to charge or change the thumb drive. I do the same thing. I can operate my music here. I do it here, press it once, twice to back up. Now there's two ways of putting this in pause so you don't have to pull this in and out. You can hold this down 1 second, put it in pause, go right back to radio. It'll cycle back around. Back on radio. We won't go back to our thumb drive. All you do is hold this down 1 second, right back to it. Depends on how long you're down, whether it goes back to the same song or not. We can also do it with the volume knob. We went up twice to summons our phone up, tell it what we want to do. We can go down on it and do the same thing with the push button by putting this in pause. Put it in pause, right back to radio. Very easy to operate once you get used to it. Now I don't know who's putting your radio in, but whatever you do, follow the directions. It'll be on 5 when you get it. Push it in and don't over tighten the screws. You got nuts back here to put this in first, tighten them up, put the head on it. But you got 2 screws, one here and one there. Do not over tighten them, just snug them up. You got a gasket back here. Now let's go back to radio. We can go back to thumb drive by turning it down twice or hold that down 1 second. Back to radio. That's your original 61 through 66 Ford AM radio. I don't know if it's going to a Bronco or truck. I think a truck. That's what he says. 66 truck. And it's ready to go. I appreciate you letting me do it for you.
And providers.
We've got channels all the way up.
Period of
5 years. Miss it this one.
Top of the world.
You've asked it. Have gone.
Questions come and questions go.
If this thing gets in a bind, don't force it because all this is string driven inside. I appreciate you letting me do it for you. Thank you.